Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with Barry and Coco, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Coco's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and the motivations that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Barry's using a regular 6-foot web training leash. He keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using, and you will be instructed on how to use that during your follow-up training session. Now Coco is sitting very nicely at Barry's left, which is where all obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Coco heel.
Heel.
Coco's job at this point is to stay even with Barry's left leg, not forging ahead or lagging behind. If he changes direction or speed, she should stay with him, and each time that he stops his feet, she has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. This makes walking your dog a pleasure, so that when you're walking down the street, you don't look like a windsock, and you get to stay in your shoes, and she's walking with you like a lady. When you stop to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, she's sitting nicely at your left. The next exercise that Barry's going to demonstrate is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it's a one-word command, so it's the firm one-word command to stay. You can practice this exercise right in your home. You don't need to go outside. It helps house manners. When Barry returns back to her, he will walk all the way back around her as an additional distraction, returning all the way back around to her shoulders, and each time that you return to that original heel position, she expects to get another command. And Barry takes off heeling with her again. He talks to her to keep her looking up at him and motivated. And she's actually enjoying her training session. And she's so far doing perfectly with everything. She's a very smart girl.
Stay.
Barry leaves her in another sit stay. And again, I can't impress on you enough the importance of practicing these exercises indoors as well as outdoors. The next exercise that Barry's going to demonstrate is the recall, or the come on command. You use her name, a happy voice, you praise her in, she should come right in front and sit facing your knees, and then she returns back around to heel position and back sitting. Barry talks to her, keeps her motivated, keeps her enjoying her lessons, exercises her little brain, which has probably not been used up to now except to get into trouble. Barry's going to leave her in another sit-stay, and we're going to demonstrate the recall exercise again for you. Remember, coming to you should always be a good experience. She should be praised on her way in, praised when she gets to you, and return back to heel and back sitting. Perfectly done. Now the next exercises that we're going to set up for are your down commands. There are two of them. There's down from a heel and down from a distance. The first one is down from a heel position. Barry's going to use the open flat of his palm straight down toward the ground. The one-word firm command to down. This is a great exercise to practice while you're eating, while you're watching TV. It's for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. And with these young labs, it helps to build attention span and maturity and self-control. It's like teaching your child to sit still in kindergarten. When Barry returns back to her, he walks all the way around her as he did on the sit-stay as an additional distraction. And they're going to demonstrate the down from a heel one more time. She's really doing very, very, very well. Barry drops her into a down from a heel position. Leaves her. And when you get more comfortable working with your commands, and that's why we give you your video, you can mix them up, and this time instead of returning back to her, he's going to call her.
Coco, come, go girl, daddy girl, come on, Coco.
She comes in and sits. He praises her for a good job. He returns her back to heel and back sitting. And the very last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. This is a harder command because you're not next to the dog as far as correction is concerned. Barry leaves her in a sit stay, and always have your dog sitting before you attempt to put them into a down. You don't just drop them into a down from a standing position. He's going to use his right hand to give the command, and he's going to give her the down command.
Down.
Now she's looking away. So he said no, and he repeated the command. Perfectly done. And that's what you do. You don't lose your temper. You don't throw the leash down and walk away. You make her do it as it's been taught. And he just said no. He took a step in, and she went right down. Now we've demonstrated for you your healing, your automatic sits, your stays, your down, your come, your down from a distance. These are the exercises that we want you to practice daily with Coco when she gets home. We will answer any questions that you have regarding her behavior in the house when you get your one-on-one follow-up training session. She's come a long way. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.